So I'm making a stew today, and I put about an onion and one bunch of celery, maybe like a small bunch. You know, like half of the package of those organic celery things. Anyway, and what else? Green pepper, green bell pepper, and one rutabaga. And yeah, I don't like rutabaga as much as turnips, but you know, this is one way to eat it, and it's fine. I like to have a varied diet, so I'm not going to omit rutabaga from my diet, because there's probably a lot of goodies in it, and so why not use them, right? So anyway, but I do prefer turnip. I think everybody does. Anyway, what else did I put in? Oh, quite a lot of parsnips. Two bags. I don't know, quite a lot. And I only put 2 carrots in, but they're huge carrots. And I don't know, I probably put about a cup of barley, organic barley here. And I sprouted some lentils, a little sprout tail. And I'll leave the rest of my colander of lentils to sprout further, because this isn't very sprouted. But this will be good for the stew. So I used maybe 3 cups of sprouted lentils, and I used quite a lot of thyme. I really like thyme in stew, so I put maybe 3 tablespoons thyme, and I've tucked in bay leaves along the sides, so maybe 4 bay leaves in total around the sides. Maybe, yeah, probably about that. So anyway, I'm going to put a little bit of salt in, sea salt, and I'm going to put, I like to keep jars of, see, it's sealed, little bubble is down. I like to keep jars, but this was in the fridge anyway, I didn't have it full. But sometimes they just seal anyway, even when I don't mean them to. But anyhow, I like to keep jars of shiitake broth around. So this one was in the fridge, but you can keep them in the pantry if you can them properly. And every time you're soaking your dried shiitake mushrooms, just save the broth, because it's very good. I use shiitake broth as a substitute for beef broth, but if I were making this for not me, and for whoever, sure, I could use some beef broth. But since I am making it for me, it's going to be shiitake broth. But both work out great. If I had wanted to make this for the dogs too, I just wouldn't have put the onions in the stew. So they could eat the other stuff, and I could have made it with beef broth, say, for the dogs, right? Now I'd have to look up the bay leaves to be sure and stuff. You know what I mean? Because offhand, I don't think I've ever cooked with bay leaves for dogs, and I don't know if it's safe. So you just have to be willing to look it up. There's a lot of information on the internet about what foods are safe for dogs and what foods are not. So it's easy.